Well, I can say like hello Romualdas and stuff like this.
Hello, Christos.
But I want to. Have you prepared your speech or no?
Nothing. Did I needed to prepare? You said you just come and talk
No.
randomly, no?
I will just ask you the right questions.
Yeah, and I'll.
Or maybe no, then I will completely fail. So, how are you? How have you been?
I'm good. I'm good today.
It's been a long time actually.
Not too long. Come on. It didn't mean that long. I saw you last time, not even a month ago.
Yeah, but it looks like years to me.
Okay, if you feel that way. Oh my god.
Yeah. You see, it's not the same training now without you.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Or
I'll
me.
come back.
Yeah.
I
Is it?
promise.
Okay.
I'll come back.
I said I won't tell you everything about training because you will make your own decision. So, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm already got the plan. So it's gonna be surprise for everyone. I hope.
Surprise! Okay. Do
hope.
you expect us like to an anthem or something, like write songs for you?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't need nothing.
I can arrange something.
I just need to come back nicely, me crazy, positive, like, wow, hello, a lot of hugs and just carry on training.
That's good. Punch some people.
Yeah, why not?
How have you been lately then? Tell me.
Life is tough sometimes and it's easy. So I've been going up and down, but that's everything. I think everyone's life is like that.
Do you still meditate?
Oh yeah, every day.
Every day. Like
Every day.
how long?
It all depends how you feel yourself, basically. So I try at least 5 minutes. That's like my minimum scale.
Is it like scheduled, like every morning, for example? Or,
No. No and yes.
Most of the people say like wake up early, like train or go for a run, then meditate, then eat, then start do the important tasks, and like all the life coaches and everything. So you meditate, so I assume like
I know what you mean, but
first thought will be like that you're doing it in the morning. That's why I ask.
No, not necessary. It's like, right, you have to feel.
Yeah.
So when you wake up, if you are making a routine, you're not like feeling yourself. You're building a process to live in.
Okay.
So you're setting up certain times, your body is already getting used to it, and you're prepared. You're like programming your body, your nervous system and everything. So what I do, I more try to feel my body. So I wake up and I just like think, okay, what do I want? So I kind of like talk with myself.
But that's not considered meditation. That's like
that's just the waking up. So and you just feel, okay, I don't want maybe to meditate today straight away first thing in the morning when I wake up. So I rather like check crypto, for example. Or one day I just get out quickly from bed, take my dog out and have a walk. And by walking, listening to music or whatever. So I'm always trying to cooperate with myself, with my feelings.
Basically, if you do it every morning, it becomes a routine, and then it loses the point of meditate yourself. Is that?
It's
something?
One way of looking. It is one way of looking, because some people would say different. Maybe they need that routine just to get and the benefits from it. So, but it's all depends, because we are all different, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are not. Everyone is the same, and you can't like change it. No, what's right for you might be wrong for me. What's right for me might be wrong for you.
I see. So that's interesting, because for example, I like some things to be like in a program, because I know in that way I don't have to think about those. Yeah, like wake up, like prepare breakfast, everything, go to work, all
Mm.
of this. Meditate, it's something that clears your mind, basically, isn't it? Like it's you with yourself. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I tried once to meditate, and I'm like, you know, I watch videos and they say like clear your mind, don't think everything, and I sit there and I was like, is that meditation or no? How do I know?
Right. There is hundred of people who are like teaching and everything, but I think you have to find your own way how you want. It's not
Okay.
about clearing your mind, more or less. It's about focusing what's happening in you. Okay, let's take whole world and people, how they're rushing, they're going
Yeah.
to work, they're preparing their life. It's not about stopping, it's about doing it quicker to earn more, to do
Fast,
that,
fast.
yeah, I don't have time, I need to cook faster, I need to go to work faster, I'm late, blah blah. So
And then end up in the phone like for 3 hours.
yeah. And they don't see that literally, but when you take that step back, you close your eyes and you concentrate in yourself. So most important for me is focusing in your breathing. So that's the first step I would suggest
Yeah.
for everyone. When you close your eyes, it's not about thinking, it's about focusing how you breathe, how you take breath in, how you do breath out, which muscle parts are intensing, which ones are relaxing, how
Yeah.
you feel with that. And then your thoughts just blind, they disappear. You don't need to think like, oh damn, I'm thinking too much, well, I'm not breathing now, I don't think at all about the breathing, because
Yeah.
you're playing in your head. So it's not kind of meditation.
It's basically like by controlling your breathing, like are you counting when you do that? Like
No,
when you breathe air like 1, 2, 3 and then exhale air like 1, 2, 3, is that kinda?
I don't do that.
Because I saw some people like this is a technique, and when I ask like, is this a way that, you know, I have like in my head a lot of things,
Yeah.
by focusing on the counting, just everything else like goes by, they go away.
That's true. It's look, in Wing Chun we do martial
Yeah.
arts together, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you think, okay, I need to do bong sao, tan sao, pak sao, for beginner it might be confusing, but if you're
I
gonna say
remember my first day, it was like it was awful,
exactly.
like.
So but when you tell to yourself that, okay, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, it's much easier, isn't it?
Yes, simplifies a bit.
Yeah, so
the
you don't
process.
think about the words, you're not confusing yourself. So that's sort of on meditation as well. If you count, your other thoughts are not getting in the way. You're focused more. It's simple as breathing, same as counting. If you just focus on the breathing, you don't need even to count, because you just
Yeah.
proper focused. That means other thoughts are not gonna come in.
Maybe that's they said about the counting to help people to emulate it better, to understand it better and start doing it.
Yeah.
I assume like after it, if you do it like for a year, then I assume you don't have to count. It's just natural how it goes.
But again, if you do it for a year, where you are after that year, how much time and effort you put in that. Because some people, they can say, okay, I've been meditating for 10 years, 15 years. Oh,
Yeah.
that, in my eyes, you should be a very calm person, and you should not burn as a match. You should think what you say and be like good soul person. If you're doing for that long, you manage to control your thoughts, you manage to control your emotions, and etc.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
So
like
and if you don't see that in a person, so how do you do that meditation?
Like if they rush themselves in decisions and things like this, because basically, it's what you said. Like if I manage for a year to push back myself to slow down a bit the rhythm, then I create more time for myself to not say something like might insult the other person, or maybe get my anger under control before I flip
just
out
spit it out.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's very interesting. I might need to do something. I might need to work on this.
It's in everything. I think it's like, okay, you read a book or anything. Do you get the power straight away after reading it? I don't think so.
No.
You get the power only when you apply the knowledge what you read, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can listen to meditations, you can read about them. As long you're not applying, it's useless information.
That's true. Actually, funny thing, I was at the supermarket today, here, and I consider myself that the more time I spend living, I become calm, yeah. So I'm getting less and less frustrated or annoyed, and which I was impressed with myself. Like, well, I remember, like, when you have flashbacks and you see in like 5 years ago yourself like being super different, complete different person.
Yeah.
And you're like, how was I like this, like an idiot? And probably I will say that after 5 years for now, yeah. So I was at supermarket, and basically I had my shopping, all my bags, and I left them, and I turn around. I was in the self cash, and I turn around, and an old lady was passing by me. I had, like, with my, as I was turning, like, I had a lot of power, speed. I did it fast, as we said, like, rush myself to go fast. And I saw the lady last minute, and I stopped immediately, like, it was very strong stop, like, whoop. And she saw me that I stopped, and she thought, like, oh, this guy's in a rush, so let him pass. Yeah, even though she was almost in front of me, she steps back. I goes like, please go on. And I'm like, no, please, excuse me, you were on the path. And sorry if I said, like, I didn't say sorry. I said, like, I didn't want to scare you. Yeah. Because I look at her, she was like, oh, you will have an accident here. Like, let's go back. And I'm like, no, Rust, please, after you. And she said this to me, oh, that's very nice of you. Huh? So I felt like, awesome, Chris, nailing it.
You got some warm in your body.
What was shocking to me was that what she said after. Like, she said, you don't see that very often nowadays. Yeah, the fact that I didn't rush myself. Oh, I don't care about you, let me pass. I think it's more important. Yeah, and it hit me later on when I'm like, nobody does that anymore. Like, where are we rushing to go?
Where are we rushing? Tell me, where are we rushing to earn money, to go for work, we don't care on spending time on scrolling Facebook or Instagram for whatever hours. We have free time, boom, what do? You scroll. Most of the people.
First thing.
Even wake up in the morning, first thing, they just grab the phone. Oh, what did I miss through the night? Who liked me? Who checked me? Or how many
They didn't
views?
like me a lot. And for that reason, I have to do more. It's like, it's an addiction. So,
it is.
But are we getting addicted to go faster, or are we getting addicted to things around us?
Right. One of my theories and thinking is we created a technology to help us.
Yeah.
And it turned out that technology rule us. We don't rule technology, but technology started to rule us. So back in the days, we've been using our brains more. So we've been counting either on the fingers or in a head. But the teachers even didn't let us to use any calculators or phones or whatever. There was not such a thing. And now, look what's happening. They don't even count. They don't need that. You can have a calculator. You can have a phone on you. Just do the thing faster. So basically, instead of that we created and use it in our life to make it easier, we went over. We abused it, and now technology is ruling us. We can't live without it anymore. So
that's very, actually,
if that makes sense.
I was thinking about this, like, and that's why sometimes when I caught myself overuse something, I try, like, to have a step back, to be like, oh, what's going on here? Like, is this? And then when, for example, like, if I'm on my phone, like, let's say when I finish my work, come home, and I'm in my phone. If I notice, or if someone say like, Chris, what the fuck with your phone, and I notice that I'm like a lot of hours, then I'm like, you know what? I will step aside for like 3 days, won't do anything on it, to see, because I like those kind of things, like to monitor myself, how eager I will be, like, oh, let's check the phone. And then because I said I won't do it, yeah, I see like, oh, today I said like 3 times I want to see my phone. The next day, 4 times or 5 times, if you know, if less. What's going on? Like, do I want it that much? And that's a way like I try to control addictions, let's say, because if you think about it, everything could be an addiction, like
Anything, yeah. I
the
agree on
need
you.
for more, like even it's social media, even if it's like, well, cycling could be an addiction as well. It's a healthy addiction, yeah, like because you work out.
Yeah.
But if it's raining outside and you're going like, I will go for a run, to cycle, you might end up being sick.
Or you
Isn't
might
it?
end up more condition yourself and you won't get sick because
I knew
your
you will
body
be.
improvement.
You see, addiction on 101.
Addiction to everything.
Everything.
Yes, anything you overdo it is
Yeah.
kind of an addiction. So money addiction, health addiction, being too health. Look at some. I don't want to offend anyone, but look at some vegans. I think they are overdoing it. That's my opinion only, because most of the vegans I met, okay, few of them they're very nice guys, but they like to push too much. I think into the. I'm myself vegetarian for 4-5 years now.
Yeah.
Maybe in beginning when I just was so excited, like wow, then I was kind of, oh, it's so good, you have to try, kind of little push to my friends, but that just friends, family, like just telling and expressing myself, how do I feel, how great I feel and everything. And later it just went away actually. But for some people, I met vegans, oh, you're vegetarian, that's so good. So why you're not vegan? And I'm like, I don't know, I like honey.
There are
the milk sometimes, why not? I don't see abuse in there or something. And they're like, yeah, but you can replace it, you can buy that like berries or something that is sweet instead of honey.
Like bars, super bars and things like this.
And then instead of normal milk, you can buy always plant milks and everything. That's what I do actually. But still, they are too much, I think. Oh, you're abusing bees, you're abusing that and that. But in one way, you give to bees the plants, isn't it? You build the flowers, you build for their home. Of course, if you just build it for them to kill or just for production, then maybe it's abuse. But if you share it with love, you leave for them that food and you take your bit because you build it everything for them nicely. I think that's how it works, isn't it? That's shake hand for the hand.
The problem with not vegans, because it's not that vegans are bad, which most of people say. I think because to be a vegan, it's a specific thing, not everybody. Well, now it starts being a trend, but in the past years this wasn't the trend, so it was a little bit, and most of the people, I think it attracts people that wanted to pass their way of living, you know, like they said, for example, like I want to feel special as a person because like I hate my life or people don't respect me or whatever, so I will choose something that it's not very popular, and that's why veganism attracted early days, like people like this. So they would say like, we found vegan, we produce that, we are special, get me my respect. Because as you say, you are a vegetarian, we went out loads of times, you never told me like you said to me like, are you thinking try this being, but you didn't say to me like, oh my god, how can you not be vegetarian, this is the best thing, it's completely different mentality. And if someone will convince me anyway, Yeah, it won't be by you are an idiot or you're a stupid guy that you don't try vegan, yeah, or you don't try being vegetarian. I'm like, fuck you, man.
It just creates a negative emotions in it. So you're like, you forcing me.
Yeah, why the fuck am I gonna listen to you?
Exactly. Everything what is being given by force, you have natural defense to don't take it, because it's just shoveling into you. You have to come on, do it.
Yeah.
So you are naturally gonna defend. So yeah.
Are you thinking like turning into a back to normal?
You mean eating meat and everything?
You crazy.
Well, I started to do acupunctures now every day.
What's this?
Acupuncture is the Chinese traditional medicine to heal.
To heal?
Yeah. So, for example, you have backaches, or you have some problems in eating, or your knees hurts, or anything. So there is at certain points, the pressure points, which needles goes in and it activates your circulation.
I heard about this.
There is certain points you just activate, and then all the energy flows through it. That's like chi energy. So
at what stage are you now? Are you in an early stage? Because I remember you told me.
I'm doing now I'm doing now around few months, I think.
Few months.
1 month that I'm doing every day.
But are you doing it to yourself, or are you doing it to someone else?
My guy Ben, he got his 5 element.
Okay.
I assume. Yeah, it's called 5 element in Northampton. He's very good guy, and so he does for me. And I'm soon gonna start to learn on the top. So from April, course are starting. So I'm gonna start the courses, and hopefully after 2 years, I'm gonna be doing only and constantly non-stop on myself.
I will definitely try it. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things are very like interesting, which comes from like Asia. That some people think that they are crazy, and some people think that it's brilliant. Yeah,
I think they have good discipline. Let's say this.
Yeah, that's true.
We in West, we don't have that. They think like, the only discipline how you can improve and get is by you going to army.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's good idea.
Not anymore. I think not anymore.
Not at all. My opinion about the army is way completely wrong. I think they could spend all the money but in researching something and producing better life for people, not just to fight between each other. We are humans. We are one race. We are living on the earth. We shouldn't be nationalists or separate there. But that's my opinion.
It's the survival instincts that go there as well. It's very.
But we're not living in the jungle, isn't it? If you live in the jungle, do the survival instincts. We're living in the place where everyone speaks, where everyone communicates, where we have that ability to do. Not only having a knife or katana or bow and just looking who is aiming to kill me, I need to protect myself. That's two different things, I think.
Yeah. The thing on this is that, it's how everybody's willing to go away from things like money, clothes, cars,
material
travels.
Stuff.
Yeah, all those materials are like what drives most of us, because social media shows that as well. And then there is the different life, which is I want to try be around nature, enjoy walking to a lake, or for example, you said to me, I don't know if it's still on actually, that you will go to China. Is that still on, or
yes,
or no?
My plan is to go in there, but because we are in this situation at the moment of Corona and crisis thing, so it pushed a little bit further.
Yeah.
Oops. I wanted to do it this year.
Yeah.
I already booked in, I think, in Kuyu Mountain. I paid my deposit in there.
Yeah.
But so far it's no chance to go in there because they ask their own vaccine to take and etc.
The process.
I'm not gonna start to talk on this.
No. It's not today's topic.
Yeah. So
what I want to know is like, because like 2 years ago you start doing martial arts, yeah?
yeah.
And is this like by you deciding to go to China, let's say, the step up to find out about like Kung Fu or Chi or chakra and everything, like Chinese work on, you know, Shaolins and all this?
Right. I'll start maybe from beginning on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was around 2.5 years. That's when I joined Wing Chun with my Sifu Andy Watts.
Yeah.
And before joining in there, I was literally just a gamer.
Yeah.
Let's say I was in material world full on 100%. I don't care any spirituality, any crazy
I have
stuff.
to kill
was
those
happening.
fucking idiots.
I just literally was shooting Black Ops or whatever tournaments, and you just go slay everyone. You don't care. You just play, have fun. That's it. And I reached the point where I wasn't that happy in my life, and I was thinking, okay, let's start to challenge myself, because that's like a challenge in the games. You just challenge.
But games tend to be addictive, isn't it? Like how did you manage to go to step back of this and realize that, you know what, maybe I try something else?
It helped me idea with military, because in Lithuania we don't have army, we have military. It's not big enough to be an army. So, and it wasn't mandatory. It was, you can choose, you want to go or not. And I was thinking, okay, I think that's a good point where I could change my life and start testing to see what's in there. Because a lot of people said to me, you're too happy soul. You're not too like straight line. You like a lot of fun. You go around and like you make a lot of fun. So, and they told me many times, you won't fit in army. It's not for you. It's gonna be way different, because you have to act.
All those people that try to have a positive impact on you, then isn't
so basically they're like that, and I'm like, who are you to tell me what I can do and I cannot? And I thought like, I actually want to try myself, and let's go. So I went. I played a lot of games in Black Ops, so it will be easy for me. It did help. My lieutenant, who we had the shootings like with the gun, real bullets and everything, and he came up after shooting to me and he said, "Is it your first time that you shoot?" I said like, in real life, yes, but in the games I used to play a lot. And he said like, okay, that give you some bonuses, because we can see you are a bit better than just non-people who tried it. So I was like, it's well impressed. It was nice. But okay, let's go back now. I tested myself in the army. I came back. And that's where my life started to change, because I didn't want to go back into the gaming, because I knew how addictive it is.
So basically you were in that world of gaming, like constantly, and then you said, okay, it's my time to choose if I want to go to the army. So you went there. You're like, for you said it's shit. I have a different opinion, because I went to the army. It was fun, interesting. I think there are a lot of things that it's bad, but as you said, it gives you the opportunity to see yourself
where you are,
or it separates you from the habits that you had in the past. Because for me it wasn't that big effect, but I saw a lot of people which I was in the same room with, like changing their life, like going out of their, people were shy, or people were like didn't respect anything, because you can't, in the army, maybe it's shit, but you can't say much anyway though. And probably that's why it's shit, because you are a low rank and people just tell you what to do and you have to do it.
Yes,
but in that matter it kind of helps a bit. It's frustrating for sure, but it helps you to not everything coming your way, let's say. Yeah, because we are a bit spoiled now.
There is pluses and minuses. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
So you finish the army and then you're like, okay, I done games. Let's do something else then. Is that what it is?
No, I finished the army and I was like, okay, that was fun experience. I had bad days and good days in there. I'm not saying it was only bad experience.
Yeah.
No chance.
Probably you met some good people as
Met
well.
some good people, interesting people, had some good chats as well, and good knowledge achieved from them, and find out how the system of military works, and find out what kind of thoughts they're implementing and everything. So I made my mind on it.
Yeah.
And I think I wouldn't go back. I think that's why when I came back, I done a lot of research about that Shaolins,
Yeah.
about China, because I'm not gonna say about military anything else. Let's just jump into Shaolin. I think the Shaolin you can get even better discipline.
Okay.
So, and they not gonna tell you or control you the way the military tells and
By
controls.
forcing you then.
Yeah.
Is that what's...
Yeah.
You just learn by yourself to...
You're focused in yourself more than in a group where are everyone different.
Okay.
They're not same persons, but they've been treated as same. So I think that's a bit wrong. It's same as schools.
Yeah.
If we take 200-300 years back, I think school teaching didn't change much, isn't it?
I have to look on that. But
Probably
possibly
not much.
not major changes. Yeah.
So,
And every country promotes different things as well. So.
but that's in the past. They wanted everyone to be equal, and now we more and more people sort of understands that we are not. We are equal, but we are not same.
Yeah.
We are soul beings. We are
the
different.
way you see things will be not something that I can understand possibly.
Yeah.
That's why you can have a conversation. Back in the day, nobody was having a conversation. It was like, I do what I tell you.
Or it was more interesting actually, because there was no phones. There was no communication like we are having.
Had to talk back then. That's what that's what was happening. Like
in there, I assume it was more fun because the person you meet, it's not gonna be like, oh, give me your number, I'll keep in touch with you. Like it would be more like, right, this coming weekend on Saturday, this time maybe you want to meet up in that village next to that street or somewhere where you both know.
Or come,
then we can have again the chat. And you're not gonna be coming home and texting all evening or night.
It happens a lot. I caught myself as well. But I feel like when you're stressed sometimes for something and you observe, people think that you don't have anything to say, but a lot of people hide behind that, and they say like, oh, let's go to my phone and check. So that's why, like, when I go somewhere, I'm not having my phone on the table for that reason, because I'm like with that person. Like I don't want to check the person put the effort to come and see me, so I won't be in my phone. When I'm with my friends that I see them daily, it makes sense sometimes. You have your phone, you're
just
expecting.
check.
But if let's say someone comes to visit me, or if I go to visit them, I put my phone in my pocket. Funny thing is, like, a lot of people get mad because you don't text them back.
Yes, I found that as well.
It's crazy. Like, no, man. I was busy. Like, no, what busy? You were sitting with John or Maria, or I don't know. Yeah, but I was talking with them. Like, I wouldn't check my phone and send the message.
That's the meaning of conferential.
Yeah,
We are seeing each other, we're talking not only through the words, but we're talking with body language as well.
Yeah.
And that's the difference is in our days, people don't know that anymore. They're constantly in the phone, and I'm talking to you now actually, but
Yeah.
they're not. They're half or maybe 70% of their attention is in the
It's
phone.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you tell something to them, and they're like, "Huh? What did you say?" I just literally told
Yeah,
you.
should I repeat myself?
Yeah.
Fuck off. So, is that something that you notice, and you were like from the beginning when you start martial arts, like after your army, you were thinking like, you start taking to go to China, or this came later on, like you start getting information how things work and
No, the way it was, I came back from military. I started straight away to check about Shaolins. So I watched videos about them. I started to look what they think about the fighting, and I find out that it's not only about the fighting.
Yeah.
It's also about your mindset, about your religion, spirituality, whatever you call. It's literally
most of spirituality is something that, like, I have self-discipline, and my acts are well thought prior to me doing something, and that's why it implies to martial arts as well, because most of the people that are doing martial arts, if they are not fighting in a fighting combat,
so we got that as competition sports.
yeah, exactly. Like if they're not that style, all the other martial artists, they never fight outside. Like, it's hard for me to speak with someone that does martial arts and say to me like, oh yeah, I was punching a couple of guys last week, for example. It's very rare. So basically you discipline yourself to not use violence, but be able to, if something happened, to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So possibly that's what you notice as well, while you were looking, and that's why they are combining the martial arts with
religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of religion. You take Taoism, Buddhism, anything. It's the spirituality is religion.
Okay.
You don't agree on that?
I don't know actually, Mats. I that's why I ask you, because I want to.
I'm not professional in that as well.
Yeah, but you might be, yeah, and maybe I will invite you again in a couple of years when you will be. We will see because it's on. Well, if you are a master on something, yeah, of course you know a lot of things about this, but most of the times it's very important how you get to that thought of being a master eventually, isn't it? Like, because a lot of people do things that they don't like about themselves, and they want to jump to something else. People who do that at the time, like when, as you say, you were playing games, or if let's say someone is a drug addict, at some point in their life they are like, I will stop doing that, which I know very well, and I will excel in something else. But at that time you are rubbish on this other thing that you want to try. So what make you think, or that from the little I know, what inspired me to do more? I think that's very powerful thing, you know. For example, you said self-discipline. Yeah, I like that. I want to go a step further. When is that step ahead? Yeah, and you find that Shaolin and Kung Fu and spirituality, all this helps you, isn't it?
It does.
So at some point maybe you will be a master, but you made that decision at the end of the day, isn't it?
True. True. So we will see in the future podcast where I'm gonna be the levels between today and the next time.
What do you expect if you go there? Like
in China?
Yeah. What your expectations will be?
My expectations, what do I want to get from there and what I want to learn is probably more the way that I want to know and feel how they teach, what they say, how they approach, how they break down things, how where they focus.
Okay.
Because in there, as you said, it's way bigger discipline, and that's what you're getting in there. So you're going there with a thought that you're gonna develop yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna train hard. You're gonna. Otherwise, why would you go in there? You would choose maybe like this school where we going instead. So in there, when you are going, you are taking yourself and you're understanding that you go there 100% in. So
because there is no other things to do distract you as well.
Yeah, it's almost same as I was going into Krishna temple.
Yeah.
For 7 days.
Yeah, that's true. Which is a different religion from what you are planning to go.
It's a Hindu tradition. It is different, but right, I'm an explorer.
Yeah.
I don't like to stick with one religion and just follow that religion and just carry on their way. No, I'm the person who likes to get information. So because of our Sifu, Andy Watts, when I started Wing Chun, and I started to find out about Taoism, that's from Chinese, traditional. It's like with Kung Fu comes as a package. Because you have to learn the principles.
Okay.
How to use, what to use. So I asked my Sifu gave me a book about Taoism. That was my second religion, or which one I studied. First religion, because I'm Christian. So my first religion was Bible, about Jesus and everything.
Yeah. Did you read it all?
No.
No.
Maybe
very big or very boring?
Maybe I skipped because I don't know. I didn't find attractive side in Christianity for myself. I feel that it's one of the worst religions, but that's my opinion.
We are the best.
And so he gave me a book, 7 Tao Masters, and I read it, and it left me a massive surprise. That
you
was
didn't expect.
I didn't expect it. No, that was way different than Christianity, and I didn't felt any pressure towards it. Like, you know, you have to come, you have to pray, you have to follow 10 rules and blah blah. There was nothing like that. It's more about finding your own way, finding your own enlightenment. It's not like you have to just do this, but you have to find your own way how to lose your ego. You have to find your own way how to lose sexual attractions, which one can harm if it's too much.
Okay.
It's like everything what we are addicted in this material world, you need to find a balance, the way how it wouldn't affect you that much that you would just go crazy about like sex, money, whatever, material things.
Sex is good.
Sex is good. I agree with you. But when it's overdid it's not good as well, isn't it? You can take with everything. If you're gonna drink water non-stop because it's good.
That's a classic example. Come on, you can do better. You can better.
Well, I just saw the water and it came out boom like this. So if you drink all day water, it's gonna be too much. So it's not healthy anymore, isn't it?
Yeah, but if I eat a lot and eat healthy, will I get weight as well?
No, if you constantly gonna eat, you're gonna puke. It's not healthy anymore again. So everything have to have a balance.
So you expect that. Are you trying to achieve that, or are you trying to see how? Are you curious to see if they are the way they live there, like how
I'm very
it?
curious.
Like
so,
because I think they stay there as well. They don't.
They stay for a certain amount. You can join, I don't know, you can join for a year, for a month, for 3, I think maximum 5 years. That's
Yeah.
how much you're getting visa for. So I assume it's way different life.
Yeah.
Way different.
Well, you don't know if you like it yet, but you are curious to find out
My plan is go for 1 year
and see.
to proper
Yeah.
train in there, proper dedicate myself and don't think about anything else. Just literally my plan is to disconnect from this world when
Yeah.
I go there completely. No social media, nothing at all. And dedicate 100%. Do my best every day till I literally can't stand
Yeah.
up anymore. And whole year like that.
Maybe you will grow a beard as well. Isn't it?
I started. And we'll see. We'll see it from there.
Is it? But you said that you went for a couple of days to a chapel.
Krishna temple, 7 days.
Ah.
That was my this year first thing what I done, and that was expront. Like I didn't do any research. Literally how it was before New Year. I was
Yeah.
walking with my cousin after the gym through the town, and I see one guy dressed up like yellow with a box, and he's like, "Hey,
Was it
stop
from
for
those
a
people
second."
that they say follow Jesus?
No,
Jesus
no,
in
no,
their
no.
heads. Ah, no.
It's not of this. Literally how he stopped me, it was like, "Hey, hello, how are you?" And I'm like, cause I was chatting with my cousin,
Yeah.
like smiling and everything, and he's like, "Stop me, how are you? You are the first person I seen today smiling." I'm like, "You joking me? Can't be, that I'm first person." It was around 10, 11 o'clock. No, 11:30
In the
to
morning or in the night?
12. Morning time,
Okay.
around 12. So it's already some time passed. So people should come with the smile or something. And he
Was
stopped.
it Monday as well? Because Mondays are very hard to smile, Everybody goes to work, everybody was like, fuck off, get out of my fucking way.
Maybe. So
You were
he's
here like all chatting with your cousin, like talking shit. We are busy people here.
you know me, I'm not that kind. So I stopped and had a little chat. He gave me 3 or 4 books. It was few of all of them interesting. I
Was
still
it the same
I
book
still
3
need to
times
read.
or?
No. It was all different
okay.
books. So it was Bhagavad Gita, Veda, and recipes for healthy eating.
So you had a cooking book as well.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I still have it. So
Do you use it though? That's the question. Like I have a lot of books. Some of them I haven't used them yet.
I do have, not a lot. I have some books. I have some which ones I read and which ones I need to read in the plan. Now at the moment I'm studying Crystal Bible. So I'm learning with healing with crystals.
Yeah.
That's on the top with acupuncture.
Oh, well.
Trying to combine some few things.
And this guy, well, it's very, maybe he said it on purpose though.
Maybe.
To get you.
Maybe, you never know. But he got me.
Yeah.
I had the chat. I got the books from him. And I didn't do nothing after that. I went home, normal routine, exercise, gym, Wing Chun, whatever. And after New Year, straight away was in my head like, I just see a little that book. And I'm like,
How long ago you bumped into this guy? Like a month or weeks?
Weeks, I think.
Oh,
It was till month, maximum month.
Yeah.
And then I checked it and I see, that book, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should check. What are they? So I thought it's gonna be for 1 day to stay in the temple.
Yeah.
It's like a challenge.
Did he said that to you while you were talking with
Yeah,
him?
he invited me because I
So
told
he
him
gave
as
you
well.
a card or
Yeah, like a card.
Okay.
So because I said to him like, probably you see me smiling because I'm positive. I'm very happy, and I consider myself as a spiritual, because he started to talk about spirituality, and I said I do meditate, I do my research on this and that, and he was like, oh, you're a very interesting person, and he gave me invitation on 15.
Just you, not your cousin?
He gave me to my cousin as well, because he was next to me, but I did the talking. And when I check them out, I find there is a courses, 7 days monk challenge. And I say, and I'm checking those courses, and I see it straight away after New Year, then few months later, and carry on like that. I'm like, damn, should I go now, first thing after New Year, or should I go maybe next month and wait? And I was like, no, I feel like I need to go now.
Yeah.
And I didn't do any research. Literally, I could go YouTube, check them out, who they are, how they do, how they approach, what they does. Nothing.
That gives you the excitement, though, that what you will see as well.
Yeah.
When you will go. Like, if you kind of know.
You put expectations towards it.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. I like just to go and explore. It doesn't matter what's going to be in there. I'm managing myself to go and enjoy every even small bit. So I'm not creating in my head, okay, I'm expecting that's what I'm gonna be, that's what I'm gonna learn, that's what I'm gonna listen, that's what's gonna be brainwashed on me, or whatsoever. So I was taking the information, taking the concepts, how to live, how you say no to ego, how you live instead of exist. Because most of the people are existing, they don't live. They follow the crowd, they don't do what they want. They rush instead of chill and enjoy all the small things. So, and all those things being said in that temple, what I was already researching, what I was knowing.
Okay.
So it kind of, when I went in there, I felt like a massive reminder towards me.
Yeah.
So they're like, you're living or existing, you you have to say certain things to that or to this. No, that's why when I went in there, those 7 days was amazing, really, really amazing. It left big impact in my life, and because of the people. It's not because of that Krishna religion, but because I think of the people, because it doesn't matter, Christianity, Buddhism, Taoism, any cult or whatever, you can take what you want, but you look to the people and you see like, okay, this is how they look, this is how they look, this is how they look, and you want to choose what attracts you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Basically, for you, it was a reminder, like, of all these things that came all together at one place.
So all that goodness, all that putting food for you, washing. They want even to wash the dishes for you. They talk to you like I'm talking to you now. It's not like I'm talking now. It's like it's proper conversation.
Remind me what you said.
You feel alive again, let's say. They make you to feel as you are something like special, whatever, I don't know.
Science explains that as well. Yeah, I know that a lot of people don't want to follow science, but this is actually scientifically correct, that like if I see someone do something good for another person and I'm not involved, I will be like, look, this nice guy, what a nice person. I will feel well,
and maybe it's gonna affect you in the future to do the same.
And then if this guy, because he did something, if he passed by me and I will say to him like, oh, very good, man, good, very nice of you, then he will feel joy as well,
even more,
because
he's been appreciated
dopamine
by others.
and all those things that I'm not an expert to address, but that's how it is. And this is this is like pure joy, like because it's not rushed. Yeah, it's something genuine, and that's why, like, by helping people makes you feel good as well.
Right. It's yes and no. It depends on the person how you help as well. If
Yeah.
you are helping the person with idea that you're gonna have something in return, you're not gonna have that warm feeling in your heart,
Yeah, like
because then you are expecting to get back. But when you do it from your heart with your love, like
Yeah.
just giving, just helping and expecting nothing at all in return, that's the true experience you can like feel, and that's the true joy and happiness. I think it's little thought what can create delusion in your head.
yeah. That's interesting. The fact that, but basically you always get something back. Yeah, like, because this joy, it's inevitable not to get it. Yeah,
So it
but
attracts.
it's something. Yeah, but it's something pure, instead of like when let's say you got paid. Basically, you're like, I got the money. It's not. I can have like the reward by a material stuff and not spiritually get anything in return,
Or
because
it could
money
be
involved.
opposite.
Yeah, but sometimes when you do, like, as you said, if I go and I help some people wash some dishes or give food, and they are, like, for example, homeless, I don't expect them to give me money. Yeah, I don't want them, but then I will get a lot of, like, let's say, I will get joy by helping them, yeah, spiritually, and I won't have any money going to my pocket. So maybe that's what separates the world now these days. Like, a lot of people go for materialism, enjoyment,
Yeah,
and they miss.
They don't do it with love. They take a cell phone. Hey,
Yeah.
look, I'm putting money for homeless. Hey, look, I'm cooking food for homeless.
Oh my God! Check
Hey,
this
look,
video.
I just helped the old lady carry on, this.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
on the
yeah.
video. Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Here
That's-
we are, and then when we close the camera, fuck you! Don't come close.
Give back
to me.
my money.
That's enough.
I think that's the technology ruling
Yeah.
us and ego.
So, but you had like 7 days there,
Yeah.
like this. So, how did it felt?
To come back?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked, actually.
I'm building it up to this question. You see, like I said about different money, different.
So, after 7 days, I met new people, new friends in there. I
Yeah.
get with 2 guys mainly a big connection, because it just felt like we felt very good connection between ourselves. Maybe
Okay.
in past lives we've been together. Nobody knows.
Nobody.
So one guy from the Krishna temple, he drove me back to Milton Keynes, and my friend was coming to pick me up from Milton Keynes to Northampton. The way I was driving with that friend from Krishna, what I spent 7 days with him, it went boom, like that, seconds, gone.
Yeah.
We just chatted about like what we experienced, how we gonna implement in this life and everything, and it just gone. So he dropped me off, my friend came in, he picked me up, and that's where everything started. Like everyone in the phone, music, loud music, nobody is speaking too much, they're like focused on something. So I'm sitting in the back just watching the view, the trip is way longer straight away because of that. We came back at my friends. I didn't went straight away home. I went to friends, like.
Yeah.
So I had few presents, so I gave them presents, and I'm like, because I'm all excited, that energy
Let me tell
that
you about
from
my
the
new
dancing.
experience.
Yeah. So all fired up. I'm coming in and I see everyone sitting around and they're like in the phones or playing PlayStation or whatever, and I'm like, hey, so let's start with you. How was your week? I didn't see you for a week. What did you done? And he's like, not much work, and that's it. Okay, that tells me a lot, you know.
Yeah.
How was your day?
Probably
Just work. He said just work.
Probably he did more. Yeah.
Definitely.
But
But he
he-
don't know how to communicate or
Yeah.
how to open up.
Or maybe he thinks that it's not important at all.
But
Like me
it's
walking
not
by.
about importance, I think. If I'm like keeping conversation with someone, like I'm talking,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't care you're gonna say like, oh, this is very important, you have to know, and this is not important, you don't need to know. Like, I'm just keeping conversation to talk with you. What else we gonna talk? Like, I ask you, how
Yeah.
was your week, and you are replying to me, work.
Yeah.
Okay, I ask another guy, how was your week? I work and I play.
You
Okay.
see, two things
Yo,
now.
2 words. Nice.
Maybe the next guy will.
Exactly, and that's what was happening then. And I'm like, wow, okay. How was your week? Oh, I worked, I went to gym, I cooked, I prepared that. Oh, that's better. Come on, we are starting it. So maybe you want to top up on the top, you know, on your work. Because
You know.
and then I started to take a piss actually from them.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so how was you? Oh, nice. You know, I'm starting to keep up with his conferences.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, you are much better, you know, guy to talk than this guy, for example. All he did for all week is work. That's everything what I know about
Yeah.
him. What you done on the week? Work. You didn't tell me nothing more, isn't it? So
No.
that they straight away felt a little bit uncomfortable with me because I was
Yeah.
engaging them own space,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
own space.
For me, like, for example, some people that listen to this and know me well, they will laugh about what you say, because when they ask me how are you doing, I am like this.
So you're like, work.
not because I can't talk, no, but I'm like very. When they ask something personal, most of the time this
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, I'm not saying much. It's very. I don't know. It's me, I guess. I can talk about other things like for hours. Yeah, but when they ask me about,
Your thing.
yeah, I will be like, like for example, if I go out with a girl
Yeah.
and they ask me like, tell
How
me
was
how
it?
was it? I will be like, it was fun, very interesting person. We had some good conversation. You know, we had some. It was something there, or it was nothing there. You know, things like this, and then that's it.
Well-
And my friend was like, "What the fuck, man? Is that nuts? Like, can you explain me what you said? What you did? You know?" And I'm like, I don't know. But that's more feel uncomfortable sharing them than don't want to talk about them. Yeah, because like, for example, after we jump onto another topic, and I'm like, and I ask something. Yeah, and we're like, just before you go, that's actually, I said that, just before you go, what happened with this? And then we talk like for 2 hours straight. So it's like, and now we're like, when I say this, everybody says like, I don't have time, man. I have to go.
But that's normal response. You don't have to tell every detail, you know,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
done. And you said more than, it was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's smart. You could stop that, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you said that, immediately I thought like some conversation I had like lately. Now I try to say more, yeah, for me, for example, and yeah, I when I that's why I noticed that what you say, yeah, I notice it very much. Like if someone don't want to say, or if they feel uncomfortable, they won't say much, yeah, but if you invest your time, if you ask questions, and at the beginning they might feel uncomfortable, but it needs time. Yeah. For example,
they learn.
yeah, I think I told you one before, like how come people say to you things that they don't say to me? Probably I don't ask much. Yeah, so I don't engage that very much.
But that's the thing, I don't ask much as well. I just ask with care. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like most of the people when you meet, they say like not even hello, they always say how are you.
Yeah.
and that's it. And when you reply, I'm good, because you actually tell them
which is
that you're good, but
the
you
most
don't mean like,
boring answer.
I know it's boring answer, but that's how I feel. That's my emotion.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you how I feel, and I ask you, how are you? Not just because it's hi. If I would want to tell you hi, hello, I would say hello. But when I'm asking how are you, I'm curious. I'm asking you actually, how are you?
Most of the people, though, they are not curious. They're just asking
No.
this to ask it.
Yeah, it's like hello, saying to them, how are you? And they turn around. They don't even care how are you.
Yeah, like,
They ask, so tell me hello instead, then better, you know, not to ask me how are you. I try to tell you, yeah, I'm good, and you turn away.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right.
Yeah. Maybe because that's very common thing now. When you ask more, people don't expect you to say more.
No, I think people are afraid to talk these days. They are more interesting to chat. I assume soon gonna be like that. Couple goes to the restaurant, they take off the phones and they don't talk. They text each other. What would you like to eat?
Steak, babe?
Do we order steak? You want beer or champagne or something?
Oh my god, this waiter is so unprofessional.
Yeah.
Please text them to the restaurant. text them.
Can we create a group? I want to complain as well.
Seth will be at your chat room soon.
But that's happening actually. That's happening. Really happening. People are going and they maybe start to talk. Yeah. And then a few minutes later, you can see one of them gonna go in the phone.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I grow up in a family where we had like nowadays the texting, like if I'm here and I want the food is ready, for example, they will text like come to eat, because it's here. I grow up. I was happy, I will say. That's what I consider.
Oh, so you grow up with the message.
No, I grew up in the family where food was ready and all the block had to know. Like my mom will scream like, food is ready.
Yeah, that's me as well. Get home, food is ready.
Yeah, like, and then after like, classic moms, after like 10 seconds, what did I say? I say, come.
It's getting cold.
Like, Mom, what the fuck? I'm in the toilet. I don't care.
Do your thing faster.
Yeah, I grow up in this kind, and I tend to have that habit as well, like being loud without knowing that I'm loud. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's nice and good thing.
Yeah, I'm not like.
It's better than texting.
Yeah,
you know?
it is like. At least that's what I learned to do. Like for me, it's fun as well to scream, come get the whatever.
And that's indication. So you by knowing your voice, you can control other people as well.
Control. Man.
Yes, you can control. You can scare them. That's sort of control. So if you raise in certain amount your voice, you can make them scared and they're gonna at least stop for a bit. So that's one of from the military. I assume you did it as well. You have a gun, so you have to shout first, stop, like don't move.
Yeah. I didn't do that though. Yeah,
we did.
I didn't do that, but I know what you mean. I know the process.
Yeah. So what next?
I mean, what you end up of things to say? Oh my god!
No,
you fall into your own trap now. No, but it's interesting, like how friends now they have changed the way they are communicating.
It is.
You coming out from like people that they don't use their phones at all, I guess, or the minimum way possible, and go back to how things are working now, because most of the time what they chatting on the texts, they are like having their fun of their life when you are reading them, but basically it's one person just on the phone looking lost, says like, oh, that was fantastic, and he will be like,
He wouldn't
yeah,
even
not
create
even,
emotion. Yeah.
create emotion at all. So maybe that was like that was the best thing I assume I would notice coming back. And you exaggerate these things by 7 days having one thing which is on one side, and then going back to after like an hour, 2 hours, to the other side,
like reality. Yeah,
when
way
everybody
different.
is like this, it will be like a big shock. Like,
No, for me it was really big shock. I came back and I'm literally like, I was like that as well. Seriously, I was sitting in a phone as well. My friend was constantly saying to me like, let's do something, guys. Get out from
Yeah.
the phone. Let's like go for a walk, or let's talk about something. And that's a sad part, because I was part of it. Even though I was a spiritual person, I was considering myself as a spiritual person.
yeah.
I was meditating and etc. I was still in the loop of this material society where we are now. And I didn't realize, well, okay, our whole life have ups and downs. So I kind of been dealing with a lot of stress at that moment. So I can't use an excuse, that stress, that, oh, I was like this in the phone and everything because of, bad situation in my life. It's just an excuse. I should be empowering myself and getting away from those emotions. And it did help me in that temple. It really did help me. It reminded me what I know. It reminded me that I need to still follow it, and I need maybe put more of myself in it to find even more greater in myself.
That's an individual's choice, though.
Yeah.
Because everybody will do whatever he feels like doing. Yeah. And if let's say you decided that I will get like disciplines, I will try to spiritually go a step further. Yeah. For you, being able to understand that, gives you the energy, or it maybe gave you the energy to understand this, because as a person who wants to go further, gave you the energy to understand it. So you will be like, okay, let's move forward. Because a lot of people probably they will be like, I spend the day watching TV all day, so what? Yeah. But for you, that you want to go beyond that, you're like, I watched today TV for a whole day, that's fine, but I know that this is, if I do this all the time, it will not help me to go where I want to be in the future.
But that's an understanding. So you have to be in certain thinking, like you have to be in certain way, or you have to understand certain things the way you understand, to be able to see yourself that you're not progressing in certain bits, like watching telly, or those kind of things. So that makes sense.
Well, it started making sense until I lost what you said.
So by that explanation with watching telly and watching another day and again, and being in the same loop, that's the most people thing. They are in the life loop, isn't it? They create their self comfort zones.
The best place to be.
Yeah. We all do that. We don't want. Some people, they just create it. Some people, they just love living in that comfort zone, and they're not gonna do anything to change it. I'm one of the people, I like exploring, so I don't have that comfort zone. I always try to break it. If I'm getting in, break it.
It helps you, though. It helps you to understand also, or see the world from a different angles as well. Like, you will not be able to see yourself being on the phone all the time if you didn't separate yourself from this
world and go in
an experience that it's not coming every day, this experience anyway. Like, it won't stop you every day, and they will tell you like, come to our temple to see how it is. Yeah, but a lot of people will be like, I don't know, maybe it's not for me. Yeah,
I
and you
can
would miss that opportunity to see yourself after
Uh,
how it was.
I can say that temple is not for me. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's good place and I will visit again.
Yeah,
I like the people in there. I love absolutely the energies I was getting from there, the positivity in there. But it's not for me because
yeah,
my views on spirituality are slightly different than they do. I think that we have 7 chakra points,
yeah,
and I feel the most connection to the ground chakra, where we are connected to Mother Earth.
yeah,
And in the Krishna, let's take just now Krishna,
yeah.
they are blocking that chakra. They're blocking sexual chakra and the ground chakra. Anything what's below waist is not
Okay,
good.
not worth it.
So basically, in my eyes, they lose 2 most effective chakras, where I was experiencing a lot of interesting
Yeah.
things through activating all of them, all
Yeah,
7.
yeah,
So that's why I can say it's not for me, because they have some limitations in there. So they have some rules to follow. And I consider myself, I like to break rules.
Yeah.
I don't like to follow them. So I find my own way and I
Yeah.
go around if I need it.
But still, you managed to get some things
From there.
from there.
Oh, yeah.
So it helps you, but maybe you will be at the point that I got whatever I had to take from that place, or what I could take from that place. So it's time to move the step further, go something else, and exploring give you that.
And I'm sure they took from me a lot as well.
Yeah.
Because it's everywhere you go. You take and you give
Yeah.
unconsciously. You want or not, but it's happening with every people. Yeah.
For you that doesn't know, guys, it was I know him as Romka. His name is Romualdas, though. I won't give you your last name because I will butcher it anyway.
Okay. Nowhere to hide.
And I will wait for you when you come back from China, actually.
That's gonna be like 3 years.
Okay,
Are
then
you sure?
I will have you at winter then, back again, and see
How far
how
I
are
went?
you doing with this with the 7 yeah. How what's exactly? I always forget. I know the Greek word, I forget the English word.
What?
The one that you with the needles.
Oh, acupuncture. Acupuncture.
Acupuncture. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, butchered it, but
So I'm starting it in April.
good. So at winter you will know some stuff.
I'll already gonna be needling you probably at the winter time.
Okay. Until then,
It was fun.
it was fun. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Have a lovely evening.
Bye bye.